Walorski.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and to all of you, thank you for being here today and sharing your expertise. Whenever I travel around my district in northern Indiana, it's a manufacturing district, and I hear a variety of things. I hear from employers and job creators about regulations. I hear about not having enough people to fill 10,000 jobs in our district right now. But the one thing that is consistent that I hear from everybody is the danger of the lack of certainty, and they need certainty to continue to move and to progress and to be able to do the things that they want to do. So when it comes to tax extenders, Congress has been providing anything in my district but certainty, and that certainly slows everything down. So as you're aware, the purpose of extenders is to incentivize behaviors and investments. But that goal is undermined when Americans have to play a guessing game whether or not we are going to renew them. And not only that, but the lack of congressional action really hamstrings companies in my district by reducing their competitiveness, and it keeps them from reaching their full potential. I know firsthand from hardworking Hoosier businesses how this affects their bottom line and then prevents them from making crucial investments that promote job growth and spur prosperity. Two extenders in particular, the short line railroad tax credit and the biodiesel tax credit, have a profound impact on Hoosier businesses and are key provision that Congress needs to act on. Short line railroads are a crucial part of America's transportation system and keep rural Indiana connected to the national economy, while the biodiesel industry is instrumental in helping to create a more energy secure and clean America. I think it's high time we come together in Congress and pass an extenders package that includes these important provisions and makes them permanent. I look forward to continuing to work with all my colleagues to make that passable. Ms. Olson, just quickly to you, can you go into some detail about the consequences for the business community that result from a lack of certainty provided by Congress?
Yes, I believe that the uncertainty that currently exists carries a risk premium with it. So as people look at investments, they have to ascertain the likelihood of them achieving their expected returns. And when there's a lot of uncertainty about things like the tax law that affect one's investment returns, it's something that factors into your decision about whether to invest or how much to invest, where to invest, et cetera. So the more that we can do to create certainty for people, the more we have investment. We reduce that risk premium.
What are some of the side effects of applying tax extenders retroactively year after year?
Well, I think there's some history that, in a limited sense, the R&D tax credit that was an extender for over 30 years before it was finally made permanent. During that 30-plus year period, it was allowed to lapse once and not reinstated retroactively. I think at that point, companies had become comfortable that there was bipartisan support for the R&D credit, and as a result of there being bipartisan support, they assumed that it would eventually come back. So I think, you know, the more that there is a bipartisan sharing of views on what tax policy should look like, the greater certainty you can get. People will expect that things are going to come together because there's bipartisan agreement. So that's one of the things I would encourage you to work towards.
I appreciate that, and I would urge my colleagues as well. And you know, certainly I want to be a part of that, to work together and work toward permanent solutions to bring certainty into companies. And that's a great example of the R&D tax credit. So I'm hopeful we can move on that. I thank you, Mr. Chairman, for allowing me to speak on the committee. Thank you. You give back my time.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to have you join us. Mr.